Hey, thanks for tuning in. Today we're installing a shock absorbing handlebar stem on this lady's e-bike. It's a 70-year-old lady that lives in Scottsdale, Arizona and likes to ride the canals in Scottsdale. And her biggest complaint is after a while her wrists start to hurt and her hands start to go numb. So we've decided to use this new product. It's called Shock Stem. And it's just brilliant, and it's the absolute best shock absorbing mountain bike stem you can get on the market today, because the handlebars are isolated from the bike by these elastomers. So the handlebars clamp to this top plate, which of course is isolated from where the handlebars clamp, where the stem clamps onto the bike, by these elastomers all the way around it. So that helps really keep the vibration and the shock from going from the bike to the rider's wrists. And it's completely adjustable. It's the only thing like it in the world that's adjustable as it is and effective as it is. So you might find yourself wanting to do the same thing. So we've already taken this top clamp off that holds the handlebars in place, just in the interest of time. To take this off is a 4mm Allen wrench, and you will take your handlebars down, and then we have to take our stem off here. Now you can see that she's pulled the stem up as high as possible to try to get her hands up as high as possible to take more pressure off the wrist. You're not leaning forward as far, and that helps with the problems that she was having. However, she still had all the problems when it was done. It helped, but it was still there. And the best part about this thing, the shock stem, is it comes with an optional plate, 3/8 inch or 10mm, to even raise the bars up further, and you can move the handlebars fore or aft, which is cool to sort it out for your particular size of person, your arm length, or what's comfortable to you. And it's the only thing that does that. And that's why it's so cool. So you'll loosen up your pinch bolts here, and there's a top snug down bolt that needs to come off. Once they're loose, your old stem slides on, and the new one can slide in place. Now the bolts on these are all 5mm Allen bolts. And you want to make sure that the fork tube doesn't come up through the new clamp, or it won't tighten down correctly. So we're looking good. So the fork tube's sitting about 1/4 inch below the top of the new stem here. So that's looking good. So we're going to go ahead and put this fork cap back in place. Make sure it's pulled tight. We'll make sure that it's eyeball it pretty well lined up with the tire there. That's looking good. You know, we can go ahead and kind of snug these things down a little bit just so it doesn't move. And if we need to readjust here at the end when the handlebars are placed, you know, when riding and looking down visually to make sure everything's lined up, then we can easily do that. Now, one of the super cool things about this is it's the only one where you can actually adjust. If you take the clamp assembly, you can move back here. You can bolt it every 1/4 inch. You can keep moving on right all the way to the front. So you have a 1 inch adjustability there, which is really cool. And she's going to want this higher. She just feels comfortable like that. So this is the only one that, you know, you can get this riser block and go that route if you want. So we're going to do that for her, and it comes with longer bolts. And the one thing you kind of have to keep in mind when you're rising these things as high as you might want for older people, even with mountain bikes, you know, rising them up higher is Sure, a lot nicer on your back and stuff. As you get older, you just can't be in that much more of an aggressive stance. You kind of have to watch the cable length. Sorry, got off. How embarrassing! I'm too stupid to put it together. Oh, jeez. Too stupid to put it together. There we go. Now I'm not too stupid. I believe I'm as stupid as I am, but as pretty as I am. Yeah, now we're starting to get it. All right. Yeah, we'll kind of center them up. That's looking good. And then we'll fine tune it for being all straight in the end. And the best part about it is you can so easily adjust it on the trail. When you're riding, if you want to move your bars back, you can just take this clamp assembly off, move it back. If you want to change the tension of these elastomers down here for the different feel, you can do that. And we'll show you how to do that in the next video. Now you can visually eyeball it, make sure everything is pretty square. At that point, make sure this thing's snug. Let's pull down all the way and tighten these clamps here. And go right. And the cool thing about this thing is you can see how it, let me tighten these bars down. Now you can kind of see how it moves, it flexes, side to side, fore and aft. No metal contact, so when you're hitting the bumps, little vibrations, they get absorbed by the elastomers. And every time you hit something sharp, right, your hands kind of move forward like this, your body moves forward, but this absorbs it up. Brilliant. Even side to side, a little side to side flex, absorbs it up. Brilliant. Now, in the next video, we'll show you how to tune these things to your life.